All right, here we go. Game one of this best of five series for $75 will be Dusk Towers. It's a TVZ between Intense and Nistic.
And we've been seeing these guys battle all day with it, and Intense is just doing phenomenal so far against Zerg. So I'm excited to see what he's going to be doing against them again. So, like we said, we're jumping into this is going to be the best of five. Spotting in the top position, it is our blue Terran player representing himself. It is Intense. Oh, yeah.
And his opponent residing in the bottom spawn position, it is the Green Zerg player representing Team Ascension, Nistic. Oh man, Nistic. Oh, why do you have to extract your trick and trick us, bro? This map, probably worth it to take that third as your natural if he's not going to be going the early thing. Hatch gas pool is common. Also, 3 hash before pool, or just a quick third is common. Yet, we saw a situation where Intense, it was with Intense and another Zerg player, can't remember who, but on Dusk Tower's orbital shipyard, if quick third, Intense says, Hellions and Liberator, I'll just shut down your ramp and you can't reinforce and I'll Hellion your main.
So we do see that again. Nistic is doing his hatch before pool thing. Well, he's a very greedy player, so I'll be interested to see if he goes, 3 hatch before pool. Okay, so we do see the pool. Okay, there we go. Never mind. But he's a very, like we said, aggressive, greedy player. He likes doing 3 hatches, 4 hatches in a couple minutes. So on this map, it's a little bit harder to do. So we'll see if he does it. He tries to do it, does it again. But so far, we don't see anything abnormal from either players. They're both playing it safe. This is a best of 5 series, so they kind of they could afford to do a little tricky builds here and there. I think it's all depending on how this first game goes. Is depending if either player will try to be sneaky.
Whether they're tilted or angry, whatever it happens, I definitely favor Intense at the moment. And as he's been looking so good, he even beat Storm's Migraine, which is a great thing in and of itself. But the point out for Nistic is he opened up hatch pool gas, not hatch gas pool. It's normally hatch gas pool, so the hatch pool gas is unique. As you can see, he only has 44 gas at the moment. He can't instantly make metabolic boost when the spawning pool finishes, so you will have a little bit more leeway for Lings and Queens to push back early Adepts. Or I mean, not early Adepts, a Reaper or something like that. But overall, it's a unique thing to open. I'm not sure why he opened like this.
Yeah, we do see that with one Reaper going across the map. You do see the reactor. Maybe he's just going to try to push out more Reapers, like super Reaper push, but he would have built a bit
That'd
more
be pretty
barracks.
cool.
Yeah, but he would have
This
built
will be a quick third Rax.
yeah.
A very quick third Rax. Normally you see it moving on more into the game often, like around 44 supply. She's only at about 24 right now. Could say 2 base play into a quick third Rax, but no, this isn't even a quick third Rax. This is just a quick third Rax. Not sure how to articulate it quite properly, but for now, Reaper dances between the natural, the third, and the main of Nistic. Intense does get a lot of scouting information off though with that. And so, ooh, does he see the layer? Nistic makes a layer in his natural. With this. Is he going Nidus Network? That's normally when I say 2 gas plays, it's Nidus Network, but there's still a long time if he wants to move into Spire. This is unique.
And we do see good overload positions in both these corners. You might be able to pull it off. Just kind of keeping the overlords hidden in these corners.
I'd like that. I think that'd be really good versus Intense. At the same time, Intense, he's often had a lot of defenses at home, whether it be Marine or whatever. He doesn't move out and really onto the map, and with a third CC in the main, it's not going to spread out Intense as much as Nistic may want him to be. For now, Nistic has a very strong defense versus this, and looks like he's adding on 2 more gas at the end of this. He may go Bannerling Link Spire. That'd be pretty cool. Reaper finally dies and was never able to scout the natural of Nistic. It knows there's a base there, but there's the Spire. Nistic with the Spire, and how does Intense react? He doesn't know about it.
We do see the Liberator coming out, which is good against mutas in a short number. But I mean, if he, as we've been seeing a lot from Intense, he does a couple Liberators, kind of puts sieges on the ramps. But that's not good. But in siege mode, he can't shoot air, so I mean, it's not going to be able to do much. It's going to make him really quickly to be picked off by mutas. But we do see the Hellions are going to come in, going to hit that Queen wall, and it's going to stop him from seeing the Spire that's cleverly hidden way in the far back. If more Hellions are coming off, those 4 Hellions will definitely be able to push against his Queens, but we'll see what he does with this.
even though the Liberator won't be able to do really as much damage of killing roaches and such, it's still, there's 20-ish seconds before those Hellions are done, and really Nistic, he's trying to hold his ramp. I'd love to see Nistic try to bust up it, pardon me, Intense try to bust up it with that Liberator, with whatever, at least the Liberator will buy a little bit of extra time, and honestly, you have 600 gas, which means 6-ish mutas, but when that Spire finishes, it's not going to be a huge flock of 10 to 20. And here the Hellions get in, and ooh, Lings will be able to shut them off for a little while. There's the Liberator liberating. Queen is going to be able to get out behind it and start to focus it down. Yet the Liberator still has a beautiful chance to kill some Queens. And the Hellions, they spot the Spire. Yes, there's 4 mutas on the way, but 1 Liberator should be able to do it. And these Hellions, they're having a heyday in the natural base. 8 workers killed. In the end, they're taken out. The Liberator's taken out after killing 2 Queens, and it's really important for Nistic to just go ham right now. He's got to go ham. He lost a decent amount, and he's got to go for it.
Yep. So 2 more Liberators are being produced, got a couple more barracks, and now missile turrets are getting put up everywhere. So now the element of surprise with those mutas are completely stopped, and now it's just going to be just to try to do some kind of harassment and help with the push. But I don't think these mutas are going to be able to do any kind of real damage.
You see double Liberator at the same time for Intense. He's added on 3 more racks. He's at a total of 5 racks. He's huge production. And then he's got 2 Liberators already out. These mutas are going to be incredibly hard countered. This Hellions, even though they died, scouted the most important thing they needed to, which, of course, is the Spire. Just to note, there's no stim and no combat shields for these Marines. They're going to have a strange time themselves dealing with the mutas, but Liberators are out, and they are ready. They're even in the main waiting for a second flock of mutas to come in. But for now, 6 mutas, a couple more mutas being added on here and there. Centrifugal hooks. Nistic may very well need to go for a large Baneling Ling muta attack into the third, roughly around the 8-minute mark. He's got to make something happen.
Yeah, so the mutas are trying to just find a little hole, but they're not going to be able to. I mean, there is a good muta count now, but it's still not a big enough muta ball, and they're not strong enough to deal with any kind of thing. Those Liberators are doing a good job. Missile turrets all over across Intense's base. So I don't know what Nistic's going to do. If he's like you said, he's doing +1 upgrades for the mutas, +1 melee for the Banes, and he's getting speed Banes. So he's going to try to bust it, but I don't know how well it's going to do unless these Marines are super not microed well. But like you said, combat shields just now being researched, armory's going down, so he's probably going to go out with doors. But we see 4
Liberator flock.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what are multiple Liberators? Like a business. I saw yesterday ferrets are like a business of ferrets. Is it a business of Liberators? No. A colony of Liberators. It's a freedom colony of Liberators. That's what big groups. What about a flock of mutas? Well, mutas are coming towards. Yeah, we needed to figure that out. Like, what's a lot of Lings, or what's a lot of Marines called? A squad of Marines? A flock of mutas? The flock of mutas are about to meet the business of Liberators.
Well, yeah, I mean, Swarm. Swarm's kind of good, but
that's a good one. That's another good one. That's a great one. By the way, we have melee. We have Carapace on the way. We also have muta +1 attack. So all in all, I mean, Nistic, he's baneling muta all the way. Interestingly enough, he also got Overlord speed. He knows he's got to be really careful against these Liberators. They're going to be able to clear everything out, but the main force of Intense is moving out, yet the Liberators are all the way in the top right hand of the map. They are not with its main force. Nistic has an opportunity. He has 1 golden opportunity to take a fight. We'll see if he can do that.
Yeah, so we just see more Banes being morphed in as well, so he's going to be able to help out with this fight, but I think this bio push is just going to split it. Yeah, so we're going to see 2 drops on the right-hand side of Nistic base, and this small squad of Marines going to the 4th base of Nistic. So we'll see what he does with the split. We do see another bio army getting pushed out.
Come on, attack me. You're going to attack me. He's so confident.
So
by the way, both
4 Liberators and his drop are going to come in. This base is gone. I don't know what he's going to be able to do with this.
Yeah, looking a little bit grim for him. It's going to require the entire army of Nistic to reposition into the main, but then the Marines stim into the 4th base of Nistic. It is a multi-front attack, as you mentioned, Draven. The mutas, or pardon me, Liberators have not even provided freedom zones yet. They are waiting to push back these mutas, and the mutas all right on top. The Liberators, so many are going down. All the Liberators are gone, yet a lot of losses and a lot of health was taken out. I think, honestly, for Intense, he's got to push out more Liberators yet. This attack, the entire goal was to kill this 4th. If he can't kill the 4th, the entire attack is pretty much for nothing.
And he gets it right when this mutas show up. Mutas almost save it. Nistic these are. Oh, and he drops it again in the back. Fail observating is failed by my part. That drop comes in. He takes out 2 bases. So Nistic went from 5 bases to 3 in a matter of time. And technically he's on 2 because this one's just now being built. So he went on 2 bases. So he went from 4 bases with 1 being built. Now he's only on 2 bases mining. What a great counter by Intense. Just good drops all across the map. He's got complete map control over this right now. And look at this bio arm. He's got siege tanks in the air and a
Oh
huge
man, I'm a
marine
little
push.
worried though. Now, the main forces won't be able to jive together that well, but the mutas easily could get the natural base or third base of Intense. There's a couple of missile turrets, but not quite enough yet. As you said, a huge army, and this is the way when I always see Terran, I think it's beautiful of I send an army out, and then I have a secondary army right ready to roll when the other one has to pull back. And just to note, medevacs still have the possibility to drop into the main. That is still there, and the main army is going to be hitting against Nistic. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Siege tanks are being dropped down at the worst position ever, but I'm not sure if it'll matter because the Banelings are kind of stuck in. Oh man, this is Banelings on the right-hand side. There is not that much for Intense to fall back on. He has very little, yet there still is a lot of Marines. The Mutas to be quite careful. Intense, both sides have lost a lot of army. Intense could have taken that engagement a little bit better, but without a backbone, without siege tanks, widow mines, or liberators to fall back onto, Intense has to be so careful, yet his backbone is the drop in the main almost.
Yeah, so we do see double attack coming in. This Muta's going to focus down the rest of these sides. So there goes the medevacs are completely done. Now we got the tank and the Marines on top of this higher ground, stopping this fourth base from mining it completely at all. These Mutas need to get on top of this army.
After Intense was able to snipe the fourth base of Nistic, he's going to go for the next fourth. And just to note, it's the 11-minute mark. And Nistic is on 3 bases, trying to get a fourth. While back at home, Intense, even if he loses some of these engagements, still is putting so much pressure on Nistic that he's able to take a fourth. Intense's economy is skyrocketing. Soon he is 65 SCVs to 51 drones. It even has, 4 CCs worth of mules. Man, Intense may not be able to push in with this final fight, but he's going to take a huge economic lead, and I mean, even maybe able to snipe some of these spines right here.
Yeah, and also one thing to note as well, Intense is actually finishing up his 3-3. It's almost done, it's about halfway done. While Nistic is
it's 1-1 for the Lings.
Yeah, well, Nistic is just now finishing his 2 of 2, and the Mutas are still just on a +1. So I mean, Intense's upgrades are just far superior. They're technically even at this present moment, but 3-3 is about to finish for Intense, and these Marines are going to start shredding Banes. They're going to start shredding Lings.
It's only 2 Banelings. The only 2 Banelings will not be enough to push this back. Liberators are bringing it on. Here's a business of 2 Liberators, my man. Siege tanks, Marines, the entire force is here this time. The main base of Nistic is almost mined out. The natural and third are close to it, and this has been a starvation game. Intense has starved out Nistic. Nistic has a flock of mutas, 13 mutas, but will that be enough to face 72 3-3, almost 2-2 right now, Marines. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's 0-0 in this best of 5. But Intense, he wants the $75, and he's playing like he needs $75.
So this Mutas goes right into that bio army.
Oh, jeez.
They get completely shredded. Those Liberators and those Marines. 3-3 was just about to finish for those Marines as well, and that was just some great plays. We saw Intense kind of lose it halfway through with that one engagement, but I think Nistic threw too much of his army away to be able to defend really well. I mean, I think he did stop that fight, but Intense, like you said before, just had a huge army waiting in the wings. So game 1 goes to Intense. He's mowing over these Zergs, man. Intense is showing legacy. He's doing so well against Zerg. I'm super excited to see Intense doing so well. So we'd be jumping into game number 2, hopefully momentarily, but that was just incredible ZVT so far.
By the way, anyone chat with intense puns? I think the funniest thing is I never intend any intense puns I say. Like in game, I don't think that quick enough. So it just happens that we make intense puns. Maybe Draven is intense punning it. But guys, that was game 1. Do you know what that means? Do you know the crazy thing that means? After the next game, there's a collector's edition at stake. Talk in chat, be cool in chat, and maybe Tempo just sent me a really funny thing. Sorry. And maybe you'll be able to get a deluxe edition, collector's edition of Legacy of the Void if you talk a whole bunch. Here we are loading into game 2. See how that works out.
Yeah, I know it's very easy to do Intense.
I mean, what do you see with Nistic? This is sure mysticism here. Is mysticism even a thing? I know mysticism is.
Mysticism? I mean, I can't...
Mysticism... Gnosticism.
Gnosticism.
That's not it though. That's just Google being like, you don't. Mysticism isn't a word. Come on, like, do you have a thing? All right, we're getting into game 2. Oh, 1 second. I'm getting talked to by like 5 people, and I have to /lobby/whisper and / other things to talk to them. Game 2 will be Lilac Crest. After Game 2, for you lucky people in chat, one of you will get a collector's edition of Legacy of the Void. Thankfully put up by the one, the only Damon Knight or Filthy Rape. This is his channel right here, guys. We're at 95 viewers, pretty close to 100. This is our first day ever doing the weekly. Draven, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of this. This is awesome. I am so stoked for these finals.
So this is going to be like we said before. It's a best of 5. Intense is up 1-0 in this best of 5. He is spawning in the top right position. It is our blue Terran player playing for himself. It is Intense. Ah, yeah. Ah, what is he doing? Ah, yeah. Oh.
And his opponent in the top left-hand corner, the green Zerg player representing Team Ascension, it is Nistic. Oh, yeah, we need Thundersticks, man.
That's what I forgot to bring. Thundersticks.
Thundersticks.
Oh, failure.
That'd be awesome.
Failure is my failure. I have nothing.
Failure is your... I thought Draven was your middle name, bro. Failure is my middle name. That's what Draven means. Everyone out there who plays League. Ooh, Intense, interesting. Now, some things you can pull from this. I'm curious to see how the Rax is going to finish. But with how he's lined this up, his reactor... Or no, he can make the reactor. Never mind. I'm always confused with where the Rax is placed next to the ramp, because potentially in some situations you have to move your Rax to make the reactor. Some situations it becomes a part of the wall. In other situations, it's just really cool when it comes out behind the rack. So in this spawning position, it won't be as cool as I thought it was going to be for a second. He's just going to get a normal reactor on it, as he normally does in most of these games. He likes playing pretty much just macro bio.
Yeah, I mean, Intense is really good with that. As we saw in Heart of the Swarm, Intense had a really good Banshee, Hellion pushes. He won one of the games earlier today with that push. But it seems he's been favoring the Liberators, use them as like a siege tank type weapon. And this Overlord gets the spot, sees that it's barracks before command center, sees where his opponent is as well. So we'll see what kind of reaction he has with that Reapers on the map. So far, a standard play from both players.
Very standard is game 2, but there is a lot of leeway within a best of 5 series. Reaper is out, and it's going to be a Marine after that for Intense. He's playing safely in this game. I really like that. He won't make a reactor first because there's been multiple games. Actually, I think the only 2 games he's lost so far that we've casted him is when he did not get that Marine and then lost to some early failing pressure or something like that off the back of the Reaper. But for now, the Reaper gets in, may be able to secure an early kill, which is going to be lovely. Nope, it's going to be into an Extractor. But the Queens are out. Nistic should be fine.
So this Reaper is doing a lot of harassment. He might be able to get a second drone. Nope. This Extractor needs to cancel this Extractor before he loses all that resources. The Reaper almost gets a surround.
He needs to guess. There's the cancel. Just barely canceling it at the last time. Queen is able to finally box out and push back Intense's Reaper. Looks like it's a factory and reactor off the back of this for Intense. Pretty much the one thing we know from that is okay is no Banshee shenanigans, where we can cross that off. But there's still a lot of variability. You can go for drops, you can go for quick starport into Widowmine drops, or Hellions, which more so factory onto the reactor. Hellions are on the way. The natural base of Intense is secured, and I love that this Reaper hasn't died, specifically because Lilac Crest, obviously there's 2 big ways into your natural, and it's very hard to defend. Often the best defense is a good offense on Lilac Crest.
So this Reaper just being super annoying. He already has 1 kill. Almost got that second kill. Nate gets down.
Oh, nice.
Takes out a couple lings. It's going to get that second ling as well. This Reaper's annoying.
Nice KD8 charges from this Reaper. He's got to be very careful with this Queen. 2 Queens almost shutting him in and doing a surround, but the Reaper barely gets away. And this is where we've seen some of the micro of Intense fail in previous game. He's lost that early Reaper. But now that he hasn't, and 2 Hellions are reinforcing, oh man, it's so useful. The KD8 charges can easily save these Hellions from surrounds, but the Reaper has to survive.
Yeah, so we do see 2 more Hellions coming out. We got more Marines, and we got the Liberator, our favorite thing. But as we go quick, see here in the back, that hidden spire, but I think these Hellions are actually going to spot this if they get up in time. They'll see that there's a spire in the works.
The Lings don't want to, though. The Queens and the Lings do not want to give Intense that opportunity of a spine on the way to creep tumor out. And, man, I mean, Intense, no matter really what happens, as long as he doesn't only go into the main, he either spots the spine or gets some damage done. So even if he goes into the main, he can still do damage, so either way.
Yeah, so we see more Hellions come in, so the Hellions get pushed right off the map, and he doesn't spot it yet. He actually is going to go straight into the main. And check it out, this Liberator is going to be here in a second. He just starts roasting these drones. Oh my gosh, all these drones dropping.
Oh, beautiful position. The most amazing position. Almost superfluously good right there.
And look at this.
And a Liberator. And it can kill Larva too. Now it's going to get rid of the drone. And now the Larva. Oh man, that's going to be rough. Killing 2 lings at a time is never a fun thing. Hellions are finally caught. They don't spot the Spire. It's the overall build of Intense. Not only does he have a Liberator out, but it's a macro build. He's adding on racks. He's adding on engineering bays. He's going to have the Marines and Liberators off the back of this to easily defend, even if he doesn't see the mutas. The biggest thing is just the missile turrets. He'll take a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's going to be too severe. He's playing this really, really well. It is 1-0, and he's so close to putting himself a game point away from victory. Aww.
Alright, so all we see are Marines to stop this, so there's a huge wave of Speedlings, but it's only Marines to stop it, so he's just going to do a lot of harassment.
Oh,
Try to get around to it. So he's going to focus on the SUVs, which is good. I mean, the Marines are going to destroy it anyways, but wow, that was, it almost was going to be bad news. He didn't have any Hellions out, so Intense does a great job defending it, but as you said before, that Spire is done.
Oh man, the entire time though, Nistic was only mining off of 3 gas. He doesn't quite have the gas income to push out as many mutas as he would like to. Normally, you're pushing out about 10 mutas right when it finishes if everything in your economy has gone well. But in this situation, Nistic, yeah, he's only got 7. He doesn't quite have the amount he wants to. 2 more on the way, but they're going to hit one by one, not really all together. And already Intense has got an engineering base, so he's missile turrets in each of his bases. He's completely prepared, and he saw this coming. Nistic, it's looking a little grim for him, Draven. The best thing, at least for him, is Intense doesn't have a 3rd CC on the way quite yet.
Yeah, and so what he has to do is do his best is to try to get into 4th base, get a really good defensive and economy up. Since Intense is only on 2 bases, but I mean, Intense is finishing up combat shields. He's finishing up 1-1 for his bio army. He's got more missile turrets on the way, and we just see another attempt at these mutas. But I mean, this bio ball.
We'll see another Intense into the mutas. So we'll see. You guys like those intense puns? Because they are incredibly intense. Not only are they intense, but they don't even make sense.
Yep. So the mutas are going to come.
That rhymed.
Gonna come up behind, but I mean, I don't know what Nistic is going to be able to do to stop this. I mean, he's going to focus down all these drones.
The only way he can do it, he needs to pull drones, he needs to pull everything else. The Marines are focusing down the mutas, and man, there was some transfuse on those mutas, but that would have been amazing to get it called through. GG! Intense 2-0 versus Nistic. And you know what happens next, Raven? I'm gonna give you one guess. Scratch that. I'm gonna give you 2 guesses. The first guess doesn't count. What happens next?
What happens next is our collector's edition of Legacy of the Void.
No, that one doesn't count. What's the second one?
I'm gonna drink more water.
That's it. No, that's, yeah. Perfect. GG. Up next, guys. Oh, yeah, by the way, Foxer Sniper, thank you for being here, even when we only had 5 viewers. Up next, drum roll, please. We're going to be giving it away, a collector's edition of Legacy of the Void. I'm gonna message Damon so I can tell you guys how it's gonna happen. Hey, yo. How does this happen? I wanna tell. Hey, a grill can't try, because personally, grills that try too much just char things. Let's be honest. Have you ever met a grill you like?
Have I ever met a grill I like?
We are giving away a deluxe. A grill, things that char things, grills.
I mean, at Benihana's and stuff.
Oh. Never mind. Okay, by the way, so basically, Damon, everyone start talking right now. Damon's gonna wait maybe a minute. Oh, wait, don't even try right yet. The guys in game want to have the, wait, not yet. Don't do it yet, because Intense and Nistic want to be in on this. Go into chat, and I think just talk in chat. So basically, guys, just talk in chat. Intense is there. All you have to do is talk, and then Damon, say things in chat, say as much as you want, and Damon will spin the spinny thing that spins things of things, and then someone will have a deluxe edition. Are you ready? Hold on to your seats, Draven. This is happening. Damon just said, okay, Filthy Rake, and everyone is in here. You can win if you won't win if you don't follow this channel, by the way, guys. Just FYI. All right.
So We are
Or-
trying to get as much spam going in this chat. We want to thank everyone that's been tuning in so far. Of course, we want to thank our main, biggest supporter. It is the person, the host of this chat, Filthy Rake. Make sure you give this chat a follow, guys. He's the one that is providing this collector's edition. He paid for this himself. This is his funded tournament. Make sure you give this channel a follow. We will be doing this weekly. We will give you the best of North America, the Filthy Weeklies, once a week. Thank you everyone for tuning in, everyone that's supporting so far. We love you all. We are in the middle of the finals. Game 3 is coming up next. Make sure you spam that chat for a chance to win the Collector's Edition Legacy of the Void. We love you all. Keep going, guys.
Over 100, yeah, guys, you are awesome. I guess keep spam. I feel like I'm on NPR, and it's one of the, like, donation drives. You are awesome. Thank you guys so much for giving us money. We want more money, please. Screw. Oh wow, shiny things. Screw me. Oh wow. 141 viewers. Wow, we jumped up like 41.
That's
in a
awesome.
second.
So whoever guys
Awesome.
wants to host us, that gives you a better chance. Anyone that tweets at us gives you a better chance. That is complete lie. I'm just using that, but it's
It's
all.
so lie. Just spam. If you want a deluxe edition, I love how Damon is waiting too. Just
Oh,
like
yeah,
everyone just keeps. And guys, don't copy paste. I love Filthy Rake. Like wow, don't copy paste. Don't copy paste. If I win it, I think I'm gonna feel way too guilty and just say he can re-roll it. If I win it twice, though, I'm gonna take it. I don't care. That's just meant to be, bro. Of course, guys, please below if you want. Please, please, please follow Filthy Weekly. Filthy, aka Filthy Rake, aka Damon Knight, is the man who not only provides the $100, 75 first place, 25 second, but also, of course, provides the deluxe edition. I kind of want pro. Honestly, I want Fox or Sniper or Pro Killer to get it. They've been in here forever.
Oh, so Husky Sai for
Husky
winning.
Sai.
Congrats.
I didn't see it. Husky Sai wins. Is that why people are yeah. Wait, did Husky Sai win it though? I feel like I didn't see anything. Is there a Husky Sai in here? There is a Husky Sai. Does he get to claim it? I'm gonna tweet at him, or I'm gonna message him. At Husky Sai. You there? I'd love if it was a bot, like it was a legitimate bot. Be like, yep, beep boop. Oh, I wanted Intense to win it. Yes, you won it. What's going on? I'm confused. Everyone out there, I'm confused. My name is Drenok, and I'm confused. I've been addicted to confusion for roughly
2 minutes.
No, far longer than 2 months. Roughly 135 viewers worth of confusion.
Well, congrats to Husky Sai for winning the Collector's Edition Legacy of the Void provided by Filthy Rake. Guys, make sure you are continuing to follow this channel. This will give you opportunities to play in the weekly tournaments. That is the Filthy Weekly. This is week 1. We're going to be jumping into our game number 3 here momentarily. It's going to be Intense versus Nistic. Everyone that's been wanting to check out the matches so far, make sure it's a, to do the exclamation point brackets. To check it out.
By the way, I don't think it's the real person, but Damon Knight said he gave it to him. I wanted a statement like, thanks to all the fans that have made this possible. Thank you so much, guys, for spamming with not spamming enough. That's what I wanted. We're not gonna get it. I don't know if it's the real Husky.
I don't think that's the real Husky, no.
No, I don't think it's. I think the real Husky is Husky SC. I believe. Well, actually, wait. We'll just look it up. Husky Twitch. Husky. It's just Husky.
Oh, I see. We have an imposter in our midst.
All right, guys. You know what happens next is you guys keep watching and we keep casting because Game 3 of this best of 5 series is coming up. 2-0, Intense has a lead. It's going to be Prion Terrace is the map where, man, Zerg, it's not too bad. It's not too hard to open up pool first, no gas, put some pressure onto the Terran, maybe even cancel the natural. Man, Intense gets a little bit too greedy sometimes, and then take the gold and say, was I aggressive and sacrificed my economy? No, I didn't. Oh man, Husky Sai though. He's totally got the turbo.
I hear the countdown.
Oh man, here we go. I love Intense and Nistic are like, screw it, we didn't get it. Screw it, let's go.
Alright guys, so we're going to be jumping into game number 3. This is the Filthy Weekly NA Cup grand finals. This is game 3, best of 5. This potentially could be the last game of the series. Like we said, Intense is up 2-0, spotting in our bottom right position. It is our blue Terran player. He's up 2-0 in a best of 5. It is Intense. Yeah.
And his opponent in the top left-hand corner, the green Zerg player representing Team Ascension, it is Nistic. They can cast a short game like that one. Nistic, I was very much expecting to open up an early pool. As I mentioned, there's been a whole bunch of games, and the only games that Intense has lost of those whole bunch, really the only ones that he's lost, is when he's been greedy, not opened up Reaper, or opened up Reaper but didn't make Marines after that, and then Link get into his natural, they cancel it. So overall, I think Nistic's best chance is with that early pressure, but Intense is looking strong. I don't think he's going to make that mistake, and we even have some banter between them. It is 2-0. Intense is one game away from $75, 120 OSC points, and the notoriety of being Intense.
So, my question to you is, on this map, as a Zerg player, I always go gold, take my gold base right here. But Nistic taking it here, what do you think that's going to do? Do you think that's going to be an advantage, or do you think he's playing it safe because he knows Intense is really annoying with his Reapers?
Well, I mean, obviously taking the gold would be an advantage if it works, but there's a lot of Terrans. Intense is not one of them, but there's a lot of Terrans on this map. They can go 3x Reaper. They can pump out an early Reaper from before. It's just a little bit more risky to take that base. It's a hard thing to do, too, so I think overall it's just very safe. We know the Terran player's not going to be greedy enough to take the gold, so it's more of a decision, I think, often of, if you take the gold, I should probably take the gold, but if you don't, let's just play out a normal game. I'm not going to be that greedy.
So again, so far, standard play from both players, nothing too cheeky. I was kind of wondering if we were going to see any kind of cheese from either player, at least in the finals, but we have not. You know, Intense is up 2-0. He's got, you know, he's probably feeling pretty comfortable right now. You know, the nerves are probably not there. He does so well in these online matches that he's just playing so incredibly well. And we'll see if this pays off. He takes it a 3-0 victory. The Reaper's going to come in, and we'll see what kind of damage he's going to be able to get done. He's going to be able to scout it, kite these Lings around. But Reapers are so annoying, especially when Lings are not speedlings.
And Nistic, interestingly enough, only makes 2 Lings. You so often see Terrans, if they're confident, make 4. If they're not too confident, make 6. But without Nistic making 4, his natural now is taking a little bit of damage. Yes, the Queen is out, but he's forced an Extractor, which when it's canceled will be a little bit of extra money, and may be able to pick up that kill. 2 drones are very low on health. It looks like, oh, he's so close to picking up another one. Off the back of this, just FYI, Intense is doing his normal thing. He's going to be pushing with Hellions. No quick third quite yet for Nistic, which is really the hope on this map as Terran.
Yeah, and it's like we said before, like, Intense is so annoying with his Reapers. He kind of pretty much harasses so well with them that it causes his opponent to, like, overcommit, per se, with that. So we're going to see the swap here with the factory and the factory and the barracks, and so we're going to start seeing more Hellions get on the map, and that starport, so we're going to see that more Liberator play. But man, this...
Oh, and the surround is good. Lings managed to pick up the Reaper, not a KD8 charge quick enough. We've seen this happen to Intense multiple times, but he's been okay off the back of it, and honestly, with Nistic not being too greedy, I really wonder what's in his pocket. We have a quick layer on the way, we have a third gas, and I think he's just going to go Spire again. He loves his Baneling Ling Muta in TVs, yet each game Intense is solidly defended. I'm worried. I am worried for Nistic, but I want to see him take a game off Intense. I want to see this be a series where it's more even, but either way, both players, they are fighting, they are vying for $75. Intense is 2-0. Nistic can't quite take a game yet, but looks like his decision for now is Spire into a third, which is a gold.
Yeah, and again, he's not taking this normal gold base that's right there. I feel like that would be so much easier to defend, but maybe he's kind of trying to hide that gold base that he took. So maybe Intense thinks he's fighting a 2-base Zerg, but in actuality, he's fighting a 3-base Zerg. We got more Hellions on the way, plus that Liberator, and of course Intense does go scout it like we thought he would.
By the way, Fox your Sniper in chat, I like that idea. We should do an interview and ask me this question, like, what do you eat before this helped the match? Was there any times you were scared? Let's be honest. How happy are you about winning this? The Hellions are going to be able to DPS a little bit of this third hatch. Realistically, they will not be able to kill it. However, Nistic, he's not going Roach Warren, and, you know, I like the Banelingling Muta, but I feel like for Nistic, it's too much. I want to go Banelingling Muta. I don't care what you're doing. He needs to see it's the Hellion play each time. Roach Ravager, oh, that's got a pretty good chance of pushing this back. And yes, Liberators are hard to deal with, but I think Liberators have a better chance of slaughtering your Mutas overall over time with the macro plays of Intense. I think this sticks a little bit too. I'm only gonna do this, and man, these Hellions, we need a badge for this. A little badge like I killed a hatchery.
With Hellions.
Oh, and here are the legs coming hunted, but I can't fight this many Hellions. 6 total Hellions in the Banelings. Man, the
this
Banelings
hatchery's
are
going
good.
to drop. These Hellions are going to take this hatchery and they keep kiting around.
Oh, the micro
Speedlings,
is ghosted.
Oh, he's going to roast all this. Oh, here's the Muta going to try to do some damage, but he's going to be able to roast all this really well.
Right, there's the Mutas, but then there's the one Liberator. Only versus 4 Mutas, 5 Mutas. The Liberator will be fine with a little bit of a kiting. The Hellions have to pull back off the back of this, but it leaves the third hatch with 128 minerals, health left. Easily a drop of one full marine load can snipe it, and we even see that moving out. Do we have Stim? The answer is yes. Stim was gotten early. Plus 1/1 is also on the way, and Combat Shield will be there too. And I like this is the first big thing we've seen from Nistic of going over to the other side of the map. He's not defending, maybe looking for a base trade yet. I'm not sure that's the wisest idea, but it's the only thing he can do. He's going to die at home in Intense's main base, losing a lot, while in the main fight right here, no Banelings survive. Intense is at 2-0, 1 game away, possibly this game away from victory, and he's gunning for it. That third hatch is so low on health. There's only Mutas, 10 more Lings are on the way, and the guy saying in chat, the only time I've seen Baneling Muta is when, I think it was Beyond, or All went 0-3 in it, so I agree, man. It's not looking too good. We'll see. Nistic makes one final stand.
Yeah, Intense is doing everything right so far. He's microing back his Hellions, the Speedlings, I mean the Marines are stimming. These Mutas are cleaning it up just a little bit. He might be able to hold it right there, but GG well played, gets caught in. Intense takes it 3-0. Oh my gosh, what a great play, Intense. But holy crap, Intense kind of mopped up the floor with him, especially that third game. And holy crap, Intense takes it 3-0 in this first Filthy Weekly Cup. GG Intense.
Overall, Intense went 11-2, playing so well, and all through the games just 2-0ing Zergs. Even if they went Roach Ravager, 2-0ing them. We saw him play Volts, Roach Ravager 2-0. We saw him play Nistic, Banelingling Muta, and 2-0. And honestly, each time, as I was mentioning, each time the build of Intense was perfectly suited to take on surprise Mutas, while Nistic, maybe a little bit bullheadedly, each time went into Muta Ling Baneling. He was committed, and it just didn't work out. Intense didn't give him enough leg room in those games. Capital leg room. That's how you win StarCraft, right? You have leg room. GG, well played, Intense. 3-0 takes the ASL. What the crap? The Filthy Weekly Grand Finals. I was thinking of something. I always cast ASL Weekly. And I was like, what the crap, man? That's not... This is the Filthy Weekly Finals. My apologies for that mix-up. Of course, sponsored by Filthy. Intense, how many dollars does he come away with, Draven? How many dollar bills y'all sloth face?
So he comes out with 75 American dollars. He plays in the first Filthy Weekly and takes it in a very convincing fashion. 3-0. He played so many great games. He does so well in these online tournaments. It's just amazing. I'm not even... He does always such a good job. Always a good job. And why is
Intense?
AFK?
I am proud of Intense, man. I met him and talked to him for a very long time at BlizzCon. We had hot dogs together, and I remember him being like, yeah, I'm going to school, but I really want to try StarCraft. It's pretty hard, though, right now. And, man, he just showed us. He said he went all the way through the tournament, 11-2, came out on top with $75. Not only $75, though, but 120 OSC points, which, if I go and check OSC points, I think puts him in, like, top 5-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, let me check this out. 120 puts him in 4th place. Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's awesome. I mean, those OSS points are really important. So I was going to see if Filthy Rick wanted to jump in for a quick interview, but he does not. So if anyone has any questions for us before we go offline, please, now is the time to type in chat.
By the way, Ghostly, we did have hot dogs together. Kappa, Kappa Pride, Kappa Ross, Kappa 2D, Kappa HD. Gotta add all those Kappas. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. Please check out @Damon Knight on Twitter. I'm going to type that in chat right now so you can hear me typing. Damon Knight is the benefactor that makes this happen. He provides the $100, he finagles people out of their OSC points, and he just gave Husky Sai a deluxe edition of StarCraft Legacy of the Void. Next week, there'll be $75 first place, 25 second. Same OSC, maybe even another prize. That'd be awesome if there was. Check out Draven, Damon Knight, Psystorm Gaming, of course, KJ Freedom, because he's awesome on Twitter. Check out all these names, and also me at DRENNOC on Twitter. That is at DRENNOC at Drenok on Twitter if you want to check me out. And you know what, honestly, if you could just follow below, make Filthy Rake happy, make us proud to be StarCraft commentators. You guys are awesome. And as Draven just said, make sure to sign up for Tweak 2.
Yep.
Week 2.
Yep.
You want some tweaks? Sign up for Week 2.
So again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Of course, a big shout out to Filthy Rick. He's the one that hosted this tournament, funded it himself. Make sure you give this channel a follow. He is a co-owner of Sidestorm Gaming. We saw a lot of those players play this week. So this was Filthy Weekly. This was week 1 of the North American Cup. Make sure you sign up for week 2. It is an open tournament for anyone in the North American region. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us on Twitter. We've said, oh, excuse me, let me type the right one. We've linked everything below. Make sure you give us all a quick follow. We'll have different casters next week, and we'll be switching them out every week. Thank you so much, Drenok, for joining me. It was a lot of fun. I was so glad I was able to cast some Legacy with you, and we appreciate everyone that's tuned in so far. You guys have a great afternoon, a great weekend. Enjoy some DreamHack Finals tomorrow. You guys have a great night. Thank you, everyone.